Well, hi, how are you?
I'm good. Good morning from Northern Virginia.
Good morning. Yeah, well, I'm super excited for us to do this. So, we both got our coffee and we are starting this series really, and we'll just kind of see what our viewers want and how we can best support them. So what's up in your world? How are things up there in the Northern Virginia area?
Well, things are moving very quickly here, and I've been really busy for this time of year. I think maybe the same that's happening in your market. What is normally kind of a slowdown in summer, where people are on vacation, and if people are moving, they've already made plans and they're actually moving. They're not, buying and selling. They're actually on the truck headed to their new destination.
Right.
And I think because of COVID-19, things were a little bit stalled for a few months. And so our spring market is now moving into our summer market. So the activity right now is what we would normally have in April, May. And it's quite a
Right.
bit of activity. We still have really low inventory, really competitive prices. And, like I said, I'm in Northern Virginia. So I'm about 8 miles from downtown DC. I'm in Fairfax County, Virginia. And I do work with buyers and sellers in DC, Maryland, and Northern Virginia.
Okay, great. Yeah, so I think we've got a really neat connection between our two markets, my team and I being in coastal North Carolina and South Carolina, and you being in DC. I know, I would imagine you've got a lot of folks up there, right, that are thinking about second homes and beach homes down in the Carolinas.
Absolutely. And in fact, I have two sellers right now, ironically, that are moving to North Carolina. I have one seller,
Hmm.
I'm about to put her property on the market in about 2 weeks, and she has already purchased a home in Emerald Isle.
Oh,
And
great.
then I have another seller moving to the Raleigh area, and they have already moved, already purchased a house there, and I'm going to get their house on the market. So just out of my small group of clients, two people headed to North Carolina. So I think this partnership that we're working on is a great idea.
Yeah, I agree. Well, let's talk for a minute. This is our first coffee conversation, coffee and real estate. And let's talk about what the market is doing. So, as far as price points, a lot of folks have been concerned because of just all the things that are going on in our world and specifically our country right now. Um, and so, I'm getting questions a lot from sellers. Should we wait? Should we see what prices do? Should we, if they're buying something else, obviously they might want to wait and see if prices drop a little bit. So what are you seeing from a price standpoint in the market there?
Our average prices are up, and in fact, in a moment, if you'll allow me to share my screen, I can show you a good visual
Yeah,
of
please
that.
do.
My advice, frankly, to sellers in my area with that question is take the money and run,
Yeah,
because right now we are looking at known versus unknown. And the known is that prices are very good, inventory is very low, rates are very low, and the job market in our area is still pretty good. And I think with a lot of unknowns, with all of that right now is a good time to cash out on your equity. But if it's okay, I can show you a quick visual.
yeah, that'd be great.
This is going to test my technology here. Let's see if we can make this work.
Well, while you're pulling that up, I'll say the same. We're seeing medium price points here are up from last June, and yeah, it's a great time for sellers to cash out on their equity.
Okay, that didn't work for me. Hold on.
Oh,
I lost you. Can you see me?
I can see you.
Oh boy, where did it go? Where did the Zoom meeting go? Let's see. Is it this thing down here? Yes. Okay, so share screen. I was going to open it before I shared my screen so you didn't see all of the other stuff on my screen, but then I was gone and I couldn't do it. So let's see what I can do here.
Okay.
Desktop, and I'm going to pick that. Can you see what I'm showing you?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so this just shows you a little bit about the area where I'm located. You can see DC, Maryland, and Virginia. And the states in the green are what our local MLS covers. So if you pick Fairfax County, Virginia, and you pick the most recent, I thought this was a really good visual because look at that graph.
Wow.
You can see that you know, it goes up and then it goes down, it goes up, and all of these low points that you see are quarter 1, which to me is indicative of kind of the holiday season where we don't have a lot of market activity. So
Right.
the statistics that come out in January are the sales from October, November, December. And statistically in our area, that's not a lot of activity. You can also see that the low points are never lower than they were before. So it's a steady climb. This actually looks like a mountain climber here. A steady climb and stability from Q1 2010 to Q1 2020. This is the market appreciation in our area. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
The median sales price, this is Fairfax County. This is actually quite a big county, and I just pulled it. It's representative. The median sales price, Q1 2020, was $550, up 7.9%. The average sales price up 10.2%. The homes for sale down 36.4%. So that's really a change in inventory. And then the months of supply, 1.2. So we're looking at a seller's market. And then I just want to scroll down. If any of our listeners live in my county and want to know what their zip code is doing, these are all the Fairfax County zip codes, and I would love to share this report. If you look at my zip code that I live in, which is 22308, the median sales price is $720. The 1-year change is 5.3%. Q1 2020 up 2.3%. And then this just tells you the number of closed sales, which was 52, and that's up 20%. So that was Q1 2020.
That's great. Thank you for sharing that. I've got ours pulled up as well, and I think our median sales price is a little bit lower than yours, so that's great for folks that want to move down here.
Absolutely. Like I said, take the money and run, right?
Yeah. So in North Carolina, we work across 3 counties here in the Wilmington area. So Brunswick, New Hanover, and Pender mostly. But for those 3 counties combined, we're at median sales price $283,900, which is up 5% from this time last year. And homes for sale were down 3% from this time last year. So we're experiencing
similar trends. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Margot, can you just recap the areas that you cover?
Yeah, sure. So we're in Wilmington, Greater Wilmington, North Carolina, which is on the coast, and Charleston, South Carolina. I'm North Carolina, South Carolina licensed, and then Jamaica down in the Caribbean.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I found out last night, I told you I have a seller moving to Emerald Isle. And
right.
It's actually a friend of mine from my book club, and our whole book club met last night, socially distanced on someone's patio.
Yeah.
And we sort of planned a trip down to Emerald Isle to see her new home in October. So I'd like to say I'll see you in October. Maybe we can get together and do some brainstorming.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be great. You know, for second homes and investment properties, I don't know what your lenders are saying up there, but last week, second home mortgages interest rates were at 3.25.
Mm-hmm.
So
I have a lender in my area saying that he can do a second home mortgage with 10% down.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he was around 3% for 30 years, which is phenomenal.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Well, and a lot of people don't even know that the difference between a second home mortgage and an investment property. Mm-hmm. And those are different products. So that's something we can also explore for our clients.
Yeah. Great. Well, is there anything else that you wanted to mention or talk about on our coffee and real estate this morning?
No, but thanks for getting me going early on a Friday. And It's great to see you and chat with you. I think we can make
Yeah.
this a regular thing. And I just hope that all of our listeners and all of our customers and clients will consider us a resource, because
Yeah.
there's a lot going on right now and people are trying to make tough decisions.
Right.
And just, whether it's moving or delaying mortgage payments or refinancing or retiring, buying that second home. All of these things are big decisions, and I hope everyone will consider both of us a resource for that.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Well, thank you so much. This was fun.
This was fun. The coffee was
Yeah.
great. Have a good Friday and a good weekend,
Okay.
and I'll
All
talk
right.
to you soon.
Bye, Catherine. Talk to you later.
Bye.